What's that you've been reading?
The Andanuth. I found it in that house yesterday.
Good?
Like nothing I ever read.
It's a road. There's a girl on it.
A girl? What's she doing?
Just standing there, talking to herself.
She's a guard.
I don't think so. Just a kid wearing a dress.
It's a trap. She's bait.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Maybe. Maybe not. We gotta check it out.
Sam, what are you doing? Sam. Go with him.
Are you the mailman?
What?
Are you the mailman?
No. No, I'm not.
I'm waiting for the mailman.
Yeah? Why's that?
My dad is waiting for a package. He ordered some books. Some game books. I'm going to meet the mailman when he comes. We can play games again.
Where is your dad?
He's over there. He doesn't talk much anymore. I think he'll pick up when his books get here.
You should just come with us. It's not safe out here alone.
What's your name?
Emmy.
My friend's right, Emmy. It's not safe. And the mail hasn't run in a... Well, the mail isn't running anymore.
I shouldn't be talking to strangers.
We gotta go. Now.
Where'd she go? Emmy!
Jukes, we have to find her.
Emmy!
Let her go. She's gone. Now, she was never even there.
Is that Emmy's dad?
It's the mailman.
It's Emmy's game books.
You know the rules. Take only what you need. Sam. Sam!
Emmy?
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign. Oh. Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign. Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job. They're counting on you. Against all odds, we've made it this far. But we both know that the old ways aren't going to work this time. This journey has changed us, changed you. But it's not over yet. You need the right tools for the job.
This is Grace coming at you live from the dungeons of Aufstrag. Now, they haven't spotted me yet, so it's really important that I stay quiet while I deliver this very special announcement from Troll Lord Games. Our crowdfunding campaign for the Reforged Adventurers backpack begins in the last week of May or the first week of June, and you'll be able to find it on BackerKit. Now, basically, the Reforged Adventurers backpack is your ultimate expansion for Castles and Crusades. Inside, you'll find 13 completely unique character classes, each brimming with story potential, and now fully leveled up for high-level play. You'll also find a treasure trove of specialized gear packs. And obviously, there's one tailor-made for every single class in the game, but we didn't stop there. We've lovingly hand-packed, pre-made equipment bags for every kind of hobby, profession, or weird little interest that your character could possibly have. Seriously, everything from brewing, to trapping, to performing, to Anyway, we've also included updated rules for multi-classing, class and a half, and dual classing, now finally explained in a way that won't make your wizard cry. And last but certainly not least, all of the pages have been cleansed of their ancient bindings. So there's no more OGL content. New layout, new art, maximum magic. So whether you're a cunning arcane thief, or a brave skald, or were just a thief with a dream. It's time to gear up, roll high, and carry out your destiny in style. I think the coast is clear, and it's time for me to move on. We'll see you in Packer Kid. Close. Just gotta be ready for everything. Really, really super quiet. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, wait. Okay. The Adventurer's backpack. Backlight by Heavy. Crap. This is Grace talking.
Trollord Games, join the fray. Trollord Games, join the fray.
Trollord Games, join the fray.
Trollord Games, join the fray.
Trollord
you
Games,
echoing that?
join the fray.
Bring us in, Chuck.
We're in. We're
Well,
live.
you're supposed to announce-
Play it again, Charles.
Aren't you supposed to announce something like this is the Thursday stream?
Welcome, everyone. The fray is here. Join us.
Everybody go home. There's no show today.
No,
Go
he's
away.
a liar. Pay no attention to this man below me. Stay in your hole. Edit. All right, anyway. Where was
People
that?
seem
Oh,
unreasonably excited to see me here.
they are.
Because it's a
You're
rare
rumored nowadays, so when you show up,
Thank you,
it's,
Alone.
I'm a myth.
welcome everybody to our Thursday show where we hang out with you guys and shoot the shit and talk about whatever. I am Chuck Cumbo, community director for Trollord Games, and below me is Jeremy Farkas, one of our many production assistants. To the left of me,
Yeah.
right here, see, Jason Vay, who is our Amazing Adventures designer, and he is also does all kinds of other shit for us. And in the lower right hand corner, this guy down here, he pays us.
I'm actually the Grand High
He's the
Mufti
CEO,
of the Ottoman
Stephen
Empire.
And the most important question of the day, and I think
Hold on,
Jason
let me make the announcement first. Big announcement.
do it fast.
We are here with a giveaway. If you want to come over to twitch.tv/TrollordGames, you can get in on the giveaway for some PDF codes. And actually, no, today is some actual money codes for the store. We're giving away $10,000. That's a lie. I'm not giving away that much. But anyway, come on over if you can. We can't do it through the interwebs. Just give us a follow. And
Stephen's utter contempt
raffle.
for every
All
aspect
right.
of this industry is utterly fascinating to me.
All right, Stephen, take it away, buddy.
He just wants to write about Aird alone.
That's all he wants to do
All
with
he
his Dr.
wants.
Pepper in a cold can.
Everything
like an
else
hour
is a
today.
massive inconvenience that gets in the way of that goal.
But this is a very important question that hopefully Jason can answer. Jeremy might be able to.
I can't.
Jason's like, I'm out.
Jason's like,
go home. So I stumbled over the last weekend, I stumbled over a YouTube video, and I didn't write it down, but was there a remake of Resident Evil, the movie, without Mila Jovovich?
No.
I think they rebooted it at some point in time, but I don't know if it was a remake of the original movie.
I mean, why would you remake that?
Kate
Like,
Rubles.
It's a masterpiece. Why would you remake the Resident Evil?
Yeah, I don't understand that thought process.
I don't fucking get it. You and these, they're so bad.
No, they're great.
Fantastic.
In fairness, Jeremy, they're kind of those like so bad they're good movies.
There you
Watch, he disagrees. His face disagrees.
The one where she kick flips glass into a guy's head, that is funny.
That scene in the water where she's fighting the Rhinodon as he's running through the water, and she and that other one I hear, Alice, whatever her name is, jumping around the water. It's a fantastic scene. But anyways, I thought I stumbled on, and I watched a few minutes of it. I thought I don't recognize any of these actors and actresses. Then I thought it was a TV show, which I haven't watched. But then I clicked on and got bored and moved on. And then later I thought, damn it, I didn't write that down. So none of you all know. I'll have to look it up.
Like I said, I think there was a I'm eating while I'm talking. So I think there was a one-off reboot, but I don't think it was a remake of the
2022 series on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a series on Netflix.
A random Resident Evil movie
on Netflix.
According to this, it's on Netflix. It was a series in 2022. According to the Resident Trolls.
I watched the first 2 episodes of that series, and it was just so much jibber jabbering that I wanted to watch. They weren't kicking people in the head fast.
Right, you wanted to see some violence. I get it. We get it. We know your love for.
The only reason you watch Resident Evil. I mean, there's no other reason to watch it.
Now, I want to say that I want to preempt this by saying I do not hate the movies because I like the games. I hate the movies because they're bad.
Well, there you go.
The games are the story's just kind of okay with the games, but they're so effective at like what they do, and they vary wildly.
The game does.
The games do. So they start out very serious claustrophobic horror, and then they turn into like a total clown show where it's just like quintuple backflips over like exploding demons, and then it gradually gets back to like slow creeping horror and claustrophobic environments. Like the series has run the gamut. It's really weird. Huh?
Aren't they just first-person shooters?
No, they're over the shoulder survival horror games. So you're like,
I don't know what I'm thinking. Then I'm thinking of House of the Dead. That's what I'm thinking.
So Malaki says that Raccoon City had a movie in 2021 without Molly. It looks like it to be a prequel. And that's something they might do is do a prequel, and that she wouldn't be in that. Well, you know what I mean.
I love the movies. I absolutely love them.
I really liked the first one. The second one, I never saw anything after the second one because the second one, like Jeremy said, was so bad with zombies literally erupting up out of the ground like they do in first-person shooters. For no reason whatsoever.
So
I was like, I'm kind of done with this franchise at this point. So I never actually saw. I don't even know how many there are. 3 to whatever.
There's like 15 of those movies.
I think there's 7. So both of you should go, and I'll send you the link. I'll put it in our group chat. Go watch. I think it's movie 7, the opening sequence where she fights this zombie dragon. It is badass. It is really, really cool.
I don't believe you.
I was sitting here waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
I feel like just the phrase where she fights a zombie dragon is.
Have they gone to space in these stupid fucking movies yet? Is she like floating zombies' heads on the moon?
Yeah, she gets trapped on an actual space station up there with all this stuff going on.
No, she doesn't.
I'm making that.
Yes, okay.
They could do
Malaki, you were right. Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. All right.
All I know is that the Umbrella Corporation has destroyed the planet and killed everyone, and they're still like, we must do more evil. We must build bunkers with cities in them to destroy them. There's no market left. They've obliterated the planet.
3 guys. They got it.
That you have stuff with that. Anytime a zombie franchise goes too far, you end up with crazy shit like that. Like, one of my favorite,
which is fine if it's done cleverly.
One of my favorite memes for The Walking Dead was one that they show, like, all the zombies wandering around this suburban area, and then it's Captain Picard going, "Who the fuck is cutting the grass?" Years after the apocalypse.
They got permits they got tax credits for shooting in Georgia, and that has the HOA in that neighborhood required that grass to be cut.
Best, if I can ever find it, someone did a skit on The Walking Dead, and it's Rick and Michonne and all these people come up to this guy and this girl, and they're just standing there, and they're like, "How have you survived the walkers and all this stuff?" And the dude's like, "But it's really, you just got to do one thing, just be quiet." And then Daryl's like, "What do you mean, be quiet?" And then a zombie comes, "No, shh, just be quiet." The whole skit is really hilarious. I'm gonna put it in. I'll put it in the chat.
I will say, the very first episode of The Walking Dead has one of
Oh, it's
the
great.
coolest scenes that I've ever seen on film in my life, and it's when when Rick is in the tank and the zombies are coming, and he fires his gun and goes deaf. And nobody ever thinks to do that, and that would totally happen. Your ears would be ringing for hours after that.
That Frank Darabont, he's a clever fella. He did The Mist, which is a movie I highly recommend. Go watch The Mist.
Hated the ending of The Mist.
I love the ending of The Mist.
The ending in the book. Absolutely ruined the ending in the book.
The zombie franchise means you have gone too far. Stop. Well, we got another one coming out that I want to see. It's 28
years later. They skipped months.
They
They'll pick it up with 280 years later.
25 millennia later. Damn it! The dude running through the grass. I really don't remember much about the 28 days.
I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one.
I know I saw them both. Is that the one where the guy get the drop in his eye and he immediately turns into his eye?
It's like this rage virus that they're not real zombies. It's people getting infected by this rage virus.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah,
it's good stuff. I like any apocalypse. The apocalypse has to be really bad for me not to enjoy it.
Go watch Primal Rage.
Primal
Rage. It's a movie. They take like an ape that has like a rage disease. They give it to people, and they're not zombies, but they're like rage monsters that run around killing people. It's not a good movie, but I still recommend it.
It just come out not long
ago. Jeremy, do people get murdered in it?
Steve, for post-apocalyptic.
A lot of people get murdered.
Okay, then Steve will like it. It's good.
I'm in. Of the Jugger.
Yeah, I'm in.
Watch Shockma.
Oh God.
Shockma's a movie.
I keep telling you this for years. I've been telling you to watch Salute of the Jugger. Rutger Hauer, Joan Chen, Vincent D'Onofrio. In the United States,
wow.
In the United States, it was called Blood of Heroes. Salute of the Jugger is the international title.
Is that the fighting one?
The international is better.
Hold on, Jason. Hold on. None of this.
They're playing a sport where they have to put a dog skull on a stake.
I remember that. Yeah, I've never seen the whole thing, but I've seen pieces of it.
Okay, I thought that sounded familiar. The dog thing I definitely remember because I was actually horrified by that when I saw it. I was like, I don't know why, but so big announcement from Land of the Archmagi. Did you see the announcement by Mel Brooks for Spaceballs 2? They're going to find shit finally! Yay!
I hope not, because History of the World Part 2 was awful.
I didn't see that, but I did see that.
What?
It's a Hulu TV series that
I didn't see it.
Is, even though it was supposedly Mel Brooks, the humor is completely not Mel Brooks.
Probably
he's like, what, 196 years old at this point?
It's like Wanda Sykes got the rights to do History of the World Part 2, and it's a Wanda Sykes TV series. And I mean, okay, I shouldn't say it's awful. Just compared to History of the World Part 1, it doesn't stand up.
You know, and one of the joys of History of the World Part 1 is there's just a Part 1 and there was never a Part 2. So that's kind of the joke. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. My favorite was out of all those movies, I guess it was Blazing Saddles, where they crash into the actual set where everybody's like sitting there having their lunch or eating in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
That's the best part of it all right there. They're still fighting.
That's only topped by The Life of Brian, while you're watching all of that Messiah stuff and the
alien show.
Oh no, and then he picks right up where he left off, running still. It's great.
I always like History of the World Part 1, or I mean Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they get arrested at the end.
That was like
that's a good one
the
too.
Peak, like screw audience, fuck you kind of ending.
Yeah.
And I was so mad at that. And it took me like 3 weeks of thinking about it to be like, that was kind of funny.
Yeah. Oh, mercy!
You could see it coming with all of the cameo.
I didn't know where it was going. I had no idea.
So according to Ray Tales, Mel Brooks is 98 years old. 98.
Good Lord.
Still rocking it. Hey man, they make some good Viagra nowadays. I mean, it keeps your whole body up. You know what I'm saying?
A Wolf Alone said no. If it's Sykes, it's awful by definition. Malaki said no, Jason. You can say it's awful because it is.
Good King agrees with you, Jeremy, about it. He says, I wasn't a fan of the ending of the Holy Grail because you get this whole thing, and then at the end, it's like the cops show up. It's kind of funny. They got her spread out over there.
Put them in the wagons.
Yeah. No. They're making another Naked Gun. How interesting.
Yeah, with Liam Neeson as the lead role.
That should be entertaining.
That should be
interesting.
It should be good. Yeah.
I like his. Have you seen his cereal commercial? I think it was actually an SNL skit where he's in the he's in a grocery store and he's trying
Yeah.
to buy.
That's from the movie Ted.
Is that what it's from? Yeah, he's
Yeah.
buying Fruit Loops or something.
You didn't think anything odd of the animated sentient teddy bear talking to him in that scene? You just remember him buying cereal.
I actually don't even remember the teddy bear. I just remember him doing it. Because what is this something like? I can't remember. What
He
said,
wants.
but-
He's like, I would like to purchase this cereal. It says on the box, Trix is for kids.
That's what it was.
I would
yeah,
like
yeah.
to confirm that you are
Trix,
aware
it was Trix, yeah.
that I am not a child. But I would like
Dude,
to
I've
purchase.
completely forgotten the teddy bear. That's it. That's funny.
That's pretty funny. I have never seen that. I'll have to see that. I've never watched that movie.
What
Got
the
a,
hell was, one of you guys was
It's got a Flash Gordon reference in it.
Liam
Pretty
Neeson had a
surprising.
bit part in some famous movie way back when.
He was in Crawl.
That's what it
Wasn't
is.
he?
Crawl.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was one of his first movies.
I
So
would not
I hate that
recommend
movie.
Crawl. It's
I
boring.
absolutely
That's a
hate
great
Crawl. I
movie.
think it's
Oh my god, it does not hold up.
It does
Kroll-
not.
No, it doesn't hold up.
It's up there with Ice
Sword-
Pirates in terms of films that
And
do
Sword
not
of the
hold up.
Sorcerer.
Pirates.
You're like,
Yeah,
oh, I
but
remember
Ice
this,
Pirates. I
and
think
you watch
Ice
it.
Pirates is still fantastic. I
But
still
what was
watch Ice
weird?
Pirates all the time.
like 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. I'm just working, and there was like 3 references to Crawl inside of 2 hours in like
It's really
my Twitter
weird.
feed. And I was like, "What the f- is going on?"
You know what we need to do?
Crawl.
We need to have. We
One
need to
thing
do a
I'll say
movie
about-
night where we do that. We put up a movie in here that's domain free, and we make fun of it. We should do that.
Like Night of the Living Dead, that's public domain.
Probably,
There you go.
probably so.
Well, I wouldn't want to. I would just wind up watching Night of the Living Dead because I
It's
think
true.
that's a
It's
good
hard to
movie.
make fun of that
Yeah.
one. It's
No,
just-
right.
it's
He can get my
fine
drift there.
perfect.
Like Sword of the Sorcerer is a perfect example. We could do a riff tracks of it. You know,
Horrible movie.
it's great, dude.
Dude,
Talking about
Godzilla
3D
versus
sword that
Hedorah.
flies through the air, lava monster wizard dude. It's
I
great.
think Chuck is suggesting that we do Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
Yes.
He just wants to watch movies that he likes.
No, I don't know if I like him so
Because-
much.
you know, actually, no. I would fucking riff the hell out of those.
That's
stupid
the whole
Resident Evil
point.
movies.
You guys
Holy
would be
shit.
awesome for this.
That
It'd
would
be great.
be fun. Actually, I love the Resident Evil movies. I love The Walking Dead. I
I would
would
just-
absolutely love it.
I would just progressively get angrier and angrier and more like confused.
Well, the whole
I
ideal
don't
of it
care
is to
if people make
see.
fun of shit that I like.
Listen,
Yeah.
the whole point of that is to see who gets angrier first, you or Steven, because I've
Me.
seen you.
I'm gonna.
I
I've
would
seen
care.
you make
You
him
would come
angry
unglued
about
like
movies.
You would
immediately.
make it through the rolling credits instead of on your first.
You're probably
movie.
right. You're probably
Be
right.
like, this font fucking sucks.
Hawk the Slayer. Yeah, we need to do something like
You
that.
know?
That would be cool to do. That would be
We
really
should
a lot of
invite
fun.
Peter on for a legitimate critical analysis of some anime film that he loves, and then we just all just take it.
Uh, yeah.
He's
I don't know if I
probably
could-
watching right now. I don't know if he's watching or not.
He is. I'm sure he's watching. He was working.
I'm sure he
on-
probably is. Yeah.
What was the oh I don't know what he's doing, but he's definitely watching because he said on the stream, ask Chuck about the warlock. He needs to know what a warlock looks like.
Oh, that's
I'm
right. He
literally
sent me a message. I got to get back to him. I forgot about that.
I am
Yeah,
literally
it's-
always angry. I don't know where you're getting.
Jeremy's
this
never
from.
angry, but so by default he gets angry first.
Jeremy's secret is the
Warlock
same as Bruce
critically
Banner's. He's always
important.
angry.
It's true.
That warlock is critically important to get to Peter.
I'll take care of it. I'll do it.
We gotta get that art. That art's.
I mean, I think the Adventurers
No, I got
backpack
you.
needs like 20 more character classes. In it.
I swear to God.
Well, we're thinking about having a book on just classes, like 50 classes.
7,000 character classes. That's what
Be
we're gonna
awesome. Be awesome.
It's
We're
just
just
a
gonna
list
call
of like.
the book Castles and Crusades Option Bloat.
do.
Yeah. How to kill your
Greg,
game in
no one is
126
more angry than
pages.
me. I don't know,
Introduction.
Greg.
Remember
Jeremy's
what-
pretty angry all the time.
Introduction. Remember what you hated about D&D 3.x?
Yeah.
Welcome to Castles and Crusades
Yeah.
Option Bloat.
We're rules light,
How to-
except for these other 80,000 boxes we've got over here for you.
How to kill your game in 280 pages or less.
Yeah. We're the class of real adventures. Hey, I love that book. I've got a good one over here somewhere that a friend of mine got me for my birthday a few years ago. What's up, Fraley? Good to see you, buddy. Convert the classes more. I would like to have some memorial classes. I think that's what we need to do next.
What's in there that's like worth like the samurai? I guess
It's pretty
I don't
good.
Is
ever
there?
remember it.
What's the
I
Ronin?
actually
What's the
talked at one
Ronin
point
was
in
pretty
time
good.
about doing an Oriental Adventures style source book for CNC, but
Hmm.
we decided in the end that everything you need is in the
Mujian.
the
That's a good
Codex
one.
Sinarum.
Sonorum.
Yeah, so it's pointless, and then you'd have to deal with all the crap from everybody. About,
Yeah, because
you
it's
know,
like
so
the impulse is to do the fun version of it, like the pop culture version of it, but then
Right.
that's
and then people
perceived as not respectful of
Yeah.
know.
So, If you want to do Oriental character classes and stuff, you have the Codex Sinarum. And is there
There's no classes in there.
No.
Oh,
There
there's
you
not.
go, man.
No,
there's
there's
magic and
there's martial arts rules in there that
martial
like
arts rules,
insta
yeah.
kills like almost everything.
Yeah.
Which is one of the reasons why I never do martial arts rules.
Well, they did. I reined that shit back in. It did like 6d10 damage on a punch. I was like, no, it doesn't.
The 5-finger palm of death. What is it from
Yeah.
Kill Bill 2?
Yeah.
That's some good
Which
shit.
was the quivering palm in AD&D.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
It was never done properly except in Kung Fu Hustle. That was it.
Oh God, Steven.
I did cinematic unarmed combat rules in the Amazing Adventures CKG that I'm super proud of, that we use at my table all the time, and I feel like that gives you your more dynamic hand-to-hand rules, and I gave bonuses to monks and pugilists, and that pretty much covers it as far as where I come from as a designer.
I'd be interested to look at that because like I really like wrestling, and the way hand to hand is almost always resolved is very different from like the super interactive grappling, throwing kind of stuff.
What the hell are they?
Kentucky Fried Movie had the best martial arts. You're not wrong, good king. Kentucky Fried Movie was amazing for martial arts. It was great. Send him to Detroit. Anyway.
Cinematic brawling. You're on page 36 of the Amazing Adventures CKG, which you can't see because there's glare. There we go.
Damn gloss. Cursing gloss.
Essentially, instead of having unarmed combat do 1 point of damage, which always annoyed the shit out of me in unarmed combat rules, when you hit somebody, they have to make a Constitution save to stay conscious. And instead of tracking hit point damage, you're tracking the CL of your con save up and down.
So it goes up.
As you exchange, with every successive time you hit somebody without them hitting back, the CL goes up by 1. But then as soon as they hit you back, the CL drops again.
Okay.
The Sixth String Samurai. I'll have to check that out. I love samurai. I love kung fu movies. I'll watch it this weekend, Old Man Death. That sounds cool. I'm writing it down now. I'm not.
It's taking every fiber of my being to not make the David Carradine joke. No.
Yeah, don't.
I do the same one every time, and everybody dies laughing.
Sebastian Aller, more class is good. Otherwise, someone should augment why the assassin is not just a rogue with a fancier title. That's fair. That's fair, Sebastian.
I've got my cursor. I left it over the trailer for Primal Rage. I'm gonna watch this.
Are you really gonna watch it?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of violence in it. I'm in.
I gotta get nosy now and go look.
Oh no, this isn't it. It's an older film.
This is from.
Is it the one with this stupid?
No, that's
stupid. Prime Rage of Fight. Oh, it's a game. That's a game. That's not it.
No. I'm talking about Primal Age from 1988.
Oh, this is from 2018.
Yeah,
that's a Bigfoot movie. No.
Oh. Well, I like Bigfoot too. So there we go.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Has anybody seen The Man Who Killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot?
Steve, you're not gonna watch. You're not gonna watch that.
I've not seen it. Is it good? Because it looks like it looks gloriously bad. I mean, it looks like it would be good, like bad good.
Jason, do not, under any circumstances, listen to Jeremy's critique of a movie.
It's coming from the guy who says that.
It's got Sam Elliott killing Hitler and Bigfoot. What is bad about that?
Those parts are great, but there's a lot of boring around.
I sent over an image of that movie of Jeremy's for Primal Rage. That would probably be the one you would want to watch. The one he's talking about, you're not going to want to watch it. I'm looking right now, and I don't think you'll watch it. I don't know. I think Jeremy wants you to watch it.
Enjoy Chuck's version there.
It's this. I know it's one of the
Jeremy,
scenes,
I got
Steven.
a question for you.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Everybody in chat is wanting to know this. They've heard you just angrily critique.
Tear down everything in my life. Yeah.
Yes. Is there a movie? It's not one of those Scorsese. It's a film movie. Is there a movie that's good?
Yeah, there's lots of them.
Name one.
So like not like a big
Yeah, none of that art movie crap.
Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1 kicks ass.
I've tried to watch The Godfather like 50 times, and I'm like, ah.
Which one?
I love all 3 Godfather movies.
You don't
So-
like
so you want me to
Godfather?
name
I
a-
can't believe you don't
you want
like
me
that,
to name a
Steven.
You want me to name a
Never made it.
But you
That
want me to
doesn't
name a
blows my mind.
schlock film.
It's
So
a
like
good
is
movie.
Jurassic Park too high?
Like you're Roman, you're going to the arena, and you're just watching some gladiators. You're not going to the Roman International Ballet, putting on whatever. You just go to the gladiator. What's the gladiator? What's the movie that you're just going to enjoy because it's fun? It's just a good movie.
Oh,
Entertaining.
Son of Godzilla.
I've not seen Son of Godzilla. I'll have to watch it. Is it
Yeah.
good? Is it not?
You would probably really enjoy it.
Wait a minute. Is that the one where he steps on Godzuki's tail?
No, it's not Godzuki. It's
Okay.
Manila. But yes, he does step on
Oh.
his tail.
It's Manila.
Manila.
All right, there's the link to Primal Rage, the one Jeremy's talking about. You can all
It's a
go there
great
and watch
film.
it tonight
Watch
with
it.
your loved ones.
Also, no.
And
Okay, no.
be
Can I
pride.
change Shakma? That's my answer. Congo. That's my answer.
Congo? Really?
Congo. That movie's great. I love it.
Congo, I've never heard of it.
Are you a big fan of Planet of the Apes?
Really? You've never heard of Congo?
Well, I've heard of the country Congo.
Well, no. It's a Michael Crichton novel.
I literally have a history book on it.
Oh, there you go. Congo's great. It's got like an ape in like a thing that projects its thoughts, and it's got a laser gun.
Oh, why haven't I seen this? It's insane for me not to have seen this.
It came out right after Jurassic Park. And it's another
Disclaimer
Michael
for
Crichton
the audience
novel.
watching: we are not experts at all in this field, but
Congo kicks ass.
we are passionate about our movies.
If you want more ape
I
movies,
do have formal education in film studies. It was my minor, and I got a certificate. So I have a film studies certificate from the University of Pittsburgh.
I have two requirements in a movie. Beautiful people.
All right,
Extraordinary.
I'm sick of this. Manfred's done started problems. I'm starting a poll right now. Let's do this.
you know, I'll say it. The Phantom Menace.
I enjoyed the Phantom Menace.
I like the Phantom Menace. All right.
I liked it.
Yes.
The only Star Wars movie I did not enjoy was the 7th movie.
You didn't
Force
bother with any of the ones after that, did you?
No, I watched them all.
The Force
So you had a problem with the
Yeah,
Force
it is the Force
Awakens?
Awakens. Yeah, I did not enjoy it.
Huh. That's
I
the
would have
one-
thought you'd have a problem with the ones a little
It
further
was
down the
just
line.
Force Awakens was like the only one of the sequel movies that people generally liked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was just the same. It was the same movie as the 3 that I'd already seen.
Which is
So-
why people liked it, because fans have been whining for
Yeah.
decades that the prequels weren't the original trilogy. So they went, okay, here we'll
Yeah.
just do the original
Yeah.
trilogy. And everybody went, yay, Star Wars is back. And then
I
they
know,
went,
it was really funny.
different again, and everybody cried about it.
I don't remember the 8th movie at all. I know I watched it, and the 9th movie I enjoyed. I really thought it was cool. The final fight with what's his name, Palpatine or whatever.
Palpatine, yeah.
The only part of the 3rd movie that just threw me, and this is my only problem when I'm watching a movie, I can really do escapism really easy. I can just, and I don't even, like, it's funny watching TV with Kathy, my wife. She's always figuring stuff out. And I'm like, we were watching Castle the other night, and she figured out the plot pretty quick. I'm like, how do you do that? I'm just watching these people do stuff. I'm not trying to think what's coming next.
You're literally watching things move on screen.
That's all
what
I'm
you do.
doing. That's all I'm
Enjoying
doing.
it, yeah.
It's wonderful. It's a great place to be. But in the 3rd one, it's towards the end when they show, like, I don't know, it's 7 trillion super star destroyers in lines up in the atmosphere. And I was like, all I could think of as soon as I saw all those star destroyers, I think, good God, that's a lot of metal. And then I'm suddenly, thinking metal acquisitions. And
The Emperor
That's
spent
funny.
like 40 years on that planet, willing them into being. He's like really hard.
It's just a lot of work, man.
Well,
Yeah.
my opinion, I love all the Disney movies. I love all the original Star Wars movies. I love all the books. I love all the shit. I love it all. I don't give a shit. I like it all.
I enjoyed Rogue One. Yeah, I'm shorter with
If
you.
there's lightsabers in it, I'm down.
There's like 4.5 good Star Wars movies.
I'm not going to not watch one of them. I
Right,
like
there's
them all.
9.
so.
Not okay.
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Pretty sure there's like 11 Star Wars movies.
Star Wars.
Yeah, no,
had-
actually, there's so I've liked every single Star Wars movie. Rogue One is actually my least favorite, and I know people consider that.
I agree. Of the new stuff, that's my least favorite too, because it feels like a fan film. Like
it really does. Yeah,
it got Star Wars
There's
wrong.
so many problems. Like, first of all, the CGI is awful. Every time
don't
Tarkin
care
shows
about
up
that.
on screen, I'm like,
Well, that's distracting. Yeah.
completely out of the movie. And then at the end, they have this big battle over Scarif, right? And they fly in like 4 Y-wing fighters and blow up a Star Destroyer with 4 Y-wing fighters shooting I-wing. So tell me again why the Rebel Alliance didn't just stock up on Y-wing fighters.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about any of that. What bothered me about it is that the characters are extremely shallow, and it felt
you couldn't care.
I'm gonna use this term. Don't laugh at it. It felt pornographic. The way it was like, oh yeah, look at how badass this laser is. Like it was like just falling over itself, trying
Is
to
that
convey
the one
how
where there's
badass everything was.
20 stormtroopers shooting at one guy in the center, and he's blind, and he's
yeah,
yes.
yeah. That was
you couldn't care about any of the characters, which isn't the actor's fault. The actors
it's the script.
What they were given, but this is a movie where you knew going in that everyone in it was going to die, because otherwise we would have seen these great heroes of the rebellion again. So they had to kill them off just to resolve that plot,
which is cool.
Yeah. So you couldn't care about anybody.
I thought it was going to be a spy movie. I thought they were going on the Death Star.
Yeah,
and they didn't.
Well, they do in spirit.
The thing is, the reason Star Wars wins every time, no matter what, no matter how bad the TV show or how good the TV show or bad good the movie,
it's because of those toy rights.
Because it's got Darth Vader, and Darth Vader's just badass. I mean, he's just as a villain.
I will say the only really great scene in Rogue One is the very end when Darth Vader is being Darth Vader. Yeah,
great scene.
That's a really cool scene.
I like them all. I think they're all great.
You're talking Dracula, Darth Vader. These are the top. These are the creme de la creme of the villains, right? What other villains even come close to Darth Vader when he does his red lightsaber, whatever? That's badass, man. That is unbreachable.
Yeah, in early on when you see him depicted now in like some of these later movies and stuff, and like even the shows on TV, he's just fucking. You just can't stop him, man. He's just fucking knocking laser bolts away like it's nothing.
Yeah,
I cannot buy that he killed 46 men and then immediately hobbled onto a spaceship and became slow and awkward 5 minutes later. Because because it jumps from 2016 Darth Vader, who's like can do anything, to 1977 Darth Vader, where he's like, "Oh, what you have plans?
Dude,
you just killed so many people."
He was,
bro.
Was he tired?
People.
He was tired. Yeah.
He's like, oh man.
Yeah, he's wore out. I mean, using that force is powerful, Jeremy.
He was just like, please don't make me do this.
Leia's like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I just chased you off the fucking planet.
You know that spellcasters channel their magic through their body, dude. You know this.
That's right.
He ran out of spell slots.
Yeah,
I guess.
Tired.
He ran out of force points. That's the magic of Star Wars. Super
look it up on YouTube. Somebody actually did a fan edit, a re-edit of the Obi-Wan and Darth Vader.
I've seen that and I hate it.
Really? Oh, I dig it. I think it's cool. They redid it to put
dumb.
It in the style
it reeks of dumb
prequels. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Is this actress in combo
You're not wrong, Ray.
one from the TV show Ozark?
Probably. I don't know.
What's that? What's your question, sir?
I'm sure that is. The actress, I don't know if you saw the TV show. Anyone out there, if you've seen the TV show Ozark, fantastic TV show. And the main actress, I think she's one of the stars here in Congo. I don't know her name.
She is. Laura Linney's in Ozark.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
It looks like some of the chat. Yeah, some of the chat is not happy with Jeremy's comments. They're not.
I know I'm right. Continue
no
to boo me.
No one
I'm right.
happy with Jeremy's comments. Jeremy's not even happy with his own comments.
No.
Oh lordy.
Okay, fine. You know what? I'll throw the audience a softball. Empire Strikes Back is a pretty good movie.
Pretty good.
It's a pretty darn good film.
Pretty good movie.
Jeremy needs a nap.
He needs a nap. The youngest, oldest man alive.
No. Look at them all seething because they know I'm right.
I think the best one was the very first one, episode 1.
Jeremy's like the opposite of me.
Now, our first one or the Phantom Menace?
Oh, Phantom Menace beats them all.
Like A New Hope.
Floors.
I like.
I'm just pouring gasoline on the fire, Steve. I'm not really.
Yeah.
I don't really have an opinion. I'm just pouring gas.
I never used to say this, but I realized at one point in time that I watch it. I just happen to go back and rewatch it more than any of the other Star Wars films. So I would have to put Revenge of the Sith at the top of my list. It's got a couple bad lines of dialogue in it, but overall,
Which episode is that? Is that 4 or 3?
That's the third one.
Yeah.
So I've got a relative couple comments. One is from Sebastian Allard over on YouTube. Did you know Michael J. Fox is one of the few actors who played Darth Vader?
What?
I did not know that.
I did not know that. Is that true?
Michael J. Fox played Darth Vader. He's like 5'3".
That's what Sebastian's saying. I don't know. I haven't been able to check it out yet.
I'm
Secondly,
gonna need
some of the crowd feels like that Jeremy likes to yell at clouds. All right, so. Oh God.
A wolf alone said this discussion is giving me amoebic dysentery.
What the wolf? Means that thinks that you the guys are wrong, sir. Yeah, you're right, overkill.
Somebody said Clone Wars season 7 was their favorite. I will go down that last season of Clone Wars. The last 4 episodes of that last season put together are my favorite Star Wars movie. The ones that show what Ahsoka is doing during the events of Revenge of the Sith.
I like
so good.
My favorite's episode 11.
So
by all, actually, if you want to be honest with it, episode 11 is
11. Yeah. 11.
My favorites. It's over the top.
Peak.
I've told Jason this over.
Oh, Marty called himself Darth Vader in a scene in Back to the Future.
Oh, there you go.
There's the loose sneaky.
That doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
The saddest break with a TV show is me and The Mandalorian, and it's the stupidest reason to not like a TV show. This trumps anything that Jeremy has said. Because I'm watching like episode 3. I think I got in 3, maybe 2.
Right.
And the dude, the Mandalorian, won't take his helmet off.
Right.
At no point does he take his helmet off. And I just kept thinking in the army when I wore my helmet how sweaty and matted your hair gets and it starts to itch.
And you didn't have a closed face either.
This dude's head is going to itch forever.
It's a science fiction
I
helmet.
stopped watching it because of that.
Well, they left out the scenes.
Later
They left it.
on in another season, he meets other Mandalorians, like the
Right.
ones from the Clone Wars TV series, and they tell him what an asshole he is. They're like, "Oh, you're
Yeah.
one of those Mandalorians."
Yeah,
They
because
won't
you finally
take
took it
the
off.
helmet off.
Yeah.
It's a science fiction helmet. It's got cooling in it.
Right.
Ray Tail says it's got an air conditioner.
Well, they actually had to cut out scenes where they had him like going into a private room and taking it off and just screaming, from all the itching. He's like, ah!
No, he was dumping Freon into it.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh, my
told I
word.
need to watch Andor. I've been told Andor is very good.
It's fantastic.
I did not like it.
Yeah, how would he drink, Portulus? How would he drink his Dr. Pepper?
With
He
a
can't
straw.
take his helmet off.
Oh,
You
that's
don't drink Dr. Pepper.
dude. You never heard of a still suit? They've got it in the helmet too, man, for drinking.
Don't drink it through a straw.
I loved Malaki. I loved Ahsoka, but she's my favorite character in Star Wars. So I
Wow,
thought that show was
Oh,
awesome.
she's lame.
No,
Now I know,
Just
I
poking
know
the bear.
everyone hates it, but there's some hilarious AI videos out there with a stormtrooper and another stormtrooper named Greg, and they're vlogging from the Death Star and running away from Vader constantly. It is absolutely hysterical.
Oh, that's funny. They need one where that Bigfoot comes running through, right? What's his
that
name?
makes
That would be awesome. Oh my goodness. I like season 1 of Andor, but the parts where he was a kid seemed pointless. Interesting.
Is that it, Sebastian? The Mandalorian anti-15 scalp cream?
Parts of Andor reminded me of THX 1138.
I've not seen that. I need to watch it.
Chris, you sound like Darth
Andor
Vader when you go to
probably
sleep with your CPAP on. I lay there even if
Andor
I'm
is
not
a
asleep and
series
make
that's
sounds like that
made-
for my wife.
Andor is a series that is made for people who wish Star Wars was Warhammer 40K. That's exactly what Andor is.
Interesting. Take. Pick line straight to the vein for drawn pepper.
But
That's
in
not
40K, everyone is like cripplingly stupid, and that's not the case in Andor.
I think it is an Andor.
Don't they have
They
chainsaw guns?
they turn the Rebel Alliance into legitimate terrorists in Andor, and while that may be believable in a war story, it ain't Star Wars.
well, as far as the Empire is concerned, they're terrorists, sir.
The Empire's evil.
The government for the
point of
people.
stop it. The whole point of Star Wars.
You're getting Jason
Good
riled up.
versus evil. Period. The rebellion are good guys. The Empire are bad guys.
Right.
And that's the whole point of Star Wars. It's what it's built to be. When you start injecting the Rebel Alliance are behaving like terrorists because it's believable, it just stops being Star Wars.
But maybe that's what had to happen for it to actually happen. You get what I'm saying? They had to be terrorists.
Space action and adventure,
You know what I mean?
sci-fi, fantasy, and wonderment.
That's what I enjoyed
Chuck,
about it,
it's not-
Jason.
Chuck,
Yeah.
Chuck, it's not called Star Terrorists. It's called Star Wars.
I get that, but I mean, every war
Star
starts
Terror
with
sounds like a
someone
great
who is. Every
name
war
for
starts with
something, though.
someone that is basically fighting back or the rebellion, right? And I mean, I'm not saying they were terrorists. I'm just saying I like the way that they portrayed it. Like they were kind of. Some of them had to force it along. You know what I'm saying?
There's a
'Cause if
video
they
where
hadn't
George
have-
Lucas says that the rebellion are the Viet Cong.
You know.
They basically just make it more gritty and real. Basically, in Endor.
Let's talk about literally anything other than Star Wars. How about that?
Let's talk about kaiju monsters and how they
has
suck.
joined the
What do you think about
fray.
that?
No,
Star
they
Trek.
fucking rule. Star Trek.
Nobody's watched Star Trek.
I like Star Trek's great. Are you kidding? Star Trek is but that's like the utopia.
Deep Space Nine is the best of the
I like Star Treks. It's good.
Deep Space Nine is great, but it ruined Star Trek.
Deep Space Nine is the best of all the Star Trek series.
No, it's not.
I tried to rewatch the original series a couple years ago, and I fell asleep.
Oh, it's
instantly.
great, dude. I still enjoy it.
I can never forgive Deep Space Nine because it introduced Section 31, which is fine in Deep
Yeah, I
Space
can agree with
Nine.
that. Still,
Yeah.
Section 31 is the worst thing that they ever invented. For
It's
Star
fine
Trek.
when they're testing
So
Dr. Bashir, who was it that they were fucking
well,
with?
you know what, Jeremy?
Yeah.
So Lando, the Archmagi, has decided to take matters in his own hands and steer the conversation away with a question. What else is coming for the Adventurers backpack?
The Jedi class.
The Vulcan character.
The Mandalorian's helmet.
Yeah.
The forever helmet.
Oh, we have some stuff we're going to reveal over the weekend. We just don't want to say nothing here yet about it.
Oh,
They
yeah,
haven't
we
decided
haven't.
what it is yet. Oh,
Yeah, we've got a list. It's
We got a
piled
list.
here, and everyone keeps saying we need to put it up. But we didn't make the announcement today, but we just released the Sailing Watershed. It is the Codex.
Yeah, it's on the store today.
is it up? Okay.
Yeah, it is up. That went up about an hour ago, so that's golden. And I've been deep. So this is the weirdest thing. Someone pointed this out over on the Kickstarter for the Codex Infernum Exaltum page. Somehow, now the stuff from Tome of the Unclean was just copied and pasted, right? And it was edited, but nothing was really changed, except somehow, I think as Asmodeus's experience points went from 101,000 to 17,000 or 25,000. I have no idea, but someone posted over on the comment section of the Kickstarter, why did you cut, Dude Man's experience points? So I had to go through today and go through each experience point thing to make sure that none of it was changed. And his was the only one changed. I don't know.
Really?
It had to have been me or Jeremy or Peter. We're the only ones that have looked at that.
Did it go down?
It went down to 25,000.
I bumped up I made some of them higher, but I didn't reduce any.
And I may have done it. There's probably a copy and paste job is what it probably was. And something got cut into it. But that made me sit today. And then I got into kind of the layout because Peter did 90% of it and still needed some art and crap like that. And then I needed, as I queried Jason today, I needed to get the sanity rules on about 20 of the demons. I think they didn't have any. And all of this between Sailing Watershed and this, I put the backer kit campaign out of my head. So we didn't get the stretch rewards up. So we're going to do it tomorrow or Monday. I'm not sure when we're going to.
So, question from Manfred. Manfred, how big is the folio? It's going to come in a box this size, shipped to you. It'll be in a backpack. It's about that big.
I've got it open.
Steve's got one right now, I think, which is Steve. And one of the trifolds.
Oh, that?
Yeah. I'm lying, Manfred. It's bigger
This
than
backer kit's kicking ass. Holy cow.
I haven't looked today. I forgot all about it. I've been working.
This is the Filium that will be with your backer kit at the higher pledge level. This is genuine leather, and then it's got 2 little notebooks inside of it. And that will be inside the backpack, which I'm extremely happy with. These should ship to us first week of July. They're already in production. These should be here in about another week or so. Just good stuff. Good stuff.
So do we have any secret projects in the work that you can talk about from Odd Wind Man?
If we
They're
could talk
secret.
about them, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah.
No argument from me.
Odd one, we're pretty open on most things that we're working on, and it ranges from Austrag, Dakota to the Plains. We're wrapping up. We'll start printing or shipping next week. The starter set. What else we got floating around here? Hollow Mini Pains by Gary
Crusader
Gygax
28
is moving to front. The next Crusader, Crusader 28 should be shipping. Hopefully, be in the store in 2 weeks. When we get half the Kickstarter shipped, then we'll put it up on the store. So that should be Wednesday, Thursday, something like that.
Oh, Steven.
Yep.
We want to do Crusader 29 as a pledge level, or not a pledge level, but a stretch reward.
Oh no, that's an interesting idea.
I mean, we'd probably eventually do it anyway, but
yeah. The only thing, no, probably not. And the reason being is I really want us to stay on target and ship this to the printers on July 15th or thereabouts, right around in that time frame. And if we add more books to it, it's just going to be more.
Yeah.
You know, the Adventurer's Companion is in there, but it's written, it's done. And so is the Adventurer's Backpack. Other than the Warlock, I think it's done. So.
My one man asks, "Are we out of D&D Shadow? D&D, what is that? I'm not sure."
I've heard of that game. Yeah, I think so.
I think so, buddy.
Castles and Crusades is well on its own trajectory.
It's great.
now
Go ahead.
it'd be a lot easier to. That would be much more true if we stop using their lingo for shit, which I catch us all doing constantly.
Like what?
Like using the old names for spells and monsters and stuff, like just in casual conversation, which is fine. I get it, but
yeah, that's a hard break, especially for like Chuck and I have been doing it since 75, 6. So it's that's a hard break.
9 for me.
Sorry.
It's back there too. So
I try to do
it's
better.
Really hard not to. Yeah. It's really hard not to say alignment.
It is extremely
DM
hard.
DM is my worst. I can't say. I will say CK, but I always DM is just the thing.
I do.
DM,
and when my worst habit is I'll say DM, then I'll go CK, Dungeon Master, GM. I'll just keep rolling out the other ones to try to make like it's. I don't know why. It's not like I don't have a police who are going to come and get me.
And I know why we didn't do it. We because we were very determined to break with things that Wizards of the Coast could come at us for. And in those days, they were coming at companies. We got at least one cease and desist letter from Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
So
recently, what?
No, this was in 2003 or 2 or 1. I don't know, somewhere way back in there. So we were careful when we were putting this together, and that's why we moved away from DM, because we certainly could have found something, DM that's the initials for something, if we gave it, 30 minutes of thought.
Yeah.
But we didn't even want DM in there.
Right. So Manfred's asking, what's the latest on Beneath the Canopy Green update?
So we got the palette for GMS together. That'll roll out in the morning, and probably the Canadians will ship tomorrow, and then by Monday we'll be shipping all the domestics. Maybe Tuesday, give or take. But in the next 1 to 2 business days, everything will be shipping.
Yeah.
Now it's a lot of packages, so it's going to be a hot minute before we get them out.
Oh yeah, it's going to be insane. I'm dreading it, to be honest with you. But I mean, it'll be good though. But
yeah,
it's the hill we have to climb. You know what I mean?
It's the hill Dakota has to climb.
Well, you're not wrong about that. And yeah, Rob, we're not trying to change our language or anything. It's just we were just talking about how funny it is, because when you start, even in other games I play, they'll have different names for stuff, and I'll revert back to AD&D or even basic terms sometimes, just cause it's hard coded. You know what I mean? Even in games where you shouldn't probably be doing it, but I don't know. I wouldn't man ask, what are most proud of all that is
proud of? What are you most proud of? For me personally, it's Codex of Aaron, I think. It's a huge, decades of playing went into that, and writing, and all of them.
For me, it's got to be Amazing Adventures. Because, and I'm sure half the people on here know the story, they've heard me tell it, but I had been in the industry for probably 10, 15 years or so before I came to Trollord, and Trollord was the first company to actually give me the opportunity to do an actual full core game. For every other company I worked for, it was adventure modules or source books for existing games. And There were a couple scenarios where I had been promised core rule books and then the license fell through or it was pulled at the last minute. So finishing Amazing Adventures and having it come out as my first core role-playing game book was one of the biggest accomplishments for me ever. And for that reason, if nothing else, aside from the fact that I just am proud of it being a good game, it's always going to be my baby. So
no, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Savage Splendors asked, is the Warlock a brand new class? It is. It goes to level 24. New to us, anyways. It's not a reskin of the Wizard or a copycat of other games. I mean, there's going to be some similarities, but
where does the Warlock appear? Is it in 5th edition or 3rd edition?
It's in Pathfinder. It's in a lot of games.
I think there was a Warlock class in 3rd edition, but it became like a player's handbook class in 4th.
Okay.
And persisted through 5th to whatever is going on today.
Yeah.
But it's like a.
Oh, they're saying Warlock was in 3rd edition. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not in the player's handbook. It's in one of the supplements.
Jay says Timothy Brandon has one for 1E. Interesting.
Oh, interesting. What's the concept behind
witches? Tim has witches
So
for everything.
Yeah, so the Warlock is like, it's like I made a deal with the devil, and now I have powers.
Yeah, I mean, technically, a warlock is just a male witch.
Sure.
But in D&D,
mechanically, it's like
you have a patron, like a supernatural patron that gives you
who isn't a god. It's something else.
It could be a god,
or a Fey Lord, or a
arcane
one, or
They're like an arcane cleric, but they don't have a god. They have something slightly lesser,
intermediary between.
Yeah, that like it's much more demanding than because a god will be like, do these things for me. The warlock patron will be like, hey, here's this really weird, specific, inconvenient shit I need you to do right now, or I'm taking away your powers, and you're like, oh fuck, okay, well I guess I'll go do that. It's like Ariok and Elric.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good analogy right there. That's a good analogy.
Yeah. So the Stormbringer would be the god or whatever the creature.
Yeah, it's like a much darker cleric.
Yeah. And it doesn't always have to be. A lot of people probably portray them as being evil, but they're not necessarily evil. They could just be in a shitty situation, or maybe not. Maybe it's a good aligned patron that they've got that they're serving.
Yeah, you could have a good aligned. There's no
absolutely
reason
because there's all kinds of reasons for it.
If you can have a good assassin, you're gonna have a good one.
There you go. I like that. That's a great attitude. Exactly.
But you can't have a bad paladin.
Well, Malachi, I see a patron as being anything, even a god, personally. Because there's going to be some gods like Narhite who damn sure would love to have a fucking pact with a few fuckers.
Narhite's a wuss.
You know, he's a wuss.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, he's a.
Martin Duel is the god. He's the one.
Yeah.
Narhite's just an asshole.
My Narhite's the god of chaos and chaos and evil, and my favorite part of that god is his chief cleric is constantly trying to destroy his plan. To inject chaos into whatever he's
absolutely. Oh my god! All right, listen, it's getting close to wrap up time. I'm starving, so we're going to do the giveaways. Any last thoughts or questions before I think that's all we got. Oh, there was one more from Manfred. His weekly query: Gamma World for CNC or AA. You know,
we already got that. We rolled that out last week.
No, you've not been to the store, Manfred. What's wrong with you?
No, this is Twilight 2000, and you know it.
Let's see. Odd One Man says, have you made CNC so that it's very hard to get to level 20 learning? I find it very hard to live long. Well, Odd One Man, that really boils down to the person running the game, to how, like some of my games, you know, the guys, we just got through finishing the A series. We went up to A13 and they got to level 12-ish, 13, 14, somewhere in there. And it took 5 years. So, you know, whatever. We're slow at my table. So a lot of that boils down to that. But yes, it's the same kind of experience tables you would expect for any of the classes in our books.
There's nothing to keep you from saying, hey, you killed a goblin. Here's 700,000 experience.
That's absolutely right. Maybe he's an Eldritch Goblin, and maybe he's got like a red boot. You just don't know.
All right. On that note, let's give away and roll out of here.
Yeah, my hound's hollering at me over. He's mad.
Yes.
Why don't you stop streaming it? It's time for dinner. I'm like, let's see. Where are we at here? I've lost my giveaway.
We got
There
dead
go.
air, Chuck. Dead air.
What?
Oh my God, what's happening?
What are y'all doing?
We're
Just stop
gonna
confusing the old man, all right? Leave me alone.
Fuck
All
you.
right.
No.
All right, closing entries out. Here we go. Let's see. We're going to do 3 pulls. 2 are for $15. One's for $25. A link will pop up in the Discord or to our Discord in the chat here. Just join the Discord over there, and Obscene Risk will get you a coupon. You can DM him, you can private message him, you can talk shit about him, you can tag him, or you can just hang out with us and drink some virtual Dr. Pepper. All right, the first winner is going to be for $15. We can't talk about Malaki. We can't talk about Davis this week. Sorry, it's private. All right, so we're going to pick a winner. First winner is Grandpa John. Congrats, Grandpa. Congrats. $15 for you, my friend. Our second winner is going to be Imp. All right, Imp. Another win for you, brother. Congrats. That's the 2 15s. Our last giveaway for you for $25, and here it goes. Drum roll, please, Jeremy. Look at that. Wow, fantastic. Look at that. Crafty DM, Christopher, veteran mailman, and kick-ass CK. Congrats, buddy. Congrats. Excellent. Awesome. I'll be back in the morning to do my stream, roughly around 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. You can come by and we'll talk about the Venturers Backpack. And if you have any questions about the Warlock, you can come over and I'll be vague. And then, we'll be back around, I think, Monday for Grace's reading. And maybe we'll have some more surprise streams next week, I think, guys, for the campaign. We had to do a little bit of work this week. So a little bit of work outside of that.
It's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, it's been something else. Sometimes you got to kind of back up and shore things up though a little bit, wouldn't you say? So, All right then.
Sometimes you got to circle the wagons and double down.
Yes. And circle our wagons and double down.
Latitudes can we get in one closing stream?
Do what?
Nothing. Walk us out of here, Chuck.
All right. I thought you had a question for me. My apologies.
I do not.
No, he was making fun of me.
See here. I'm just checking something here up. Okay. I don't see. We're waiting to Rob. I don't think you. Rob, are you streaming? I don't think he's streaming though. I don't see him.
I'm streaming.
I will probably just
Great, Jeremy.
sneak us out of here. Probably is what I'm saying. Sneak us out of here.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Yeah, we're good.
With our Star Wars, Star Trek, Resident Evil discussion.
Lord have mercy. Y'all have a good night then. All right. See you later. Yeah, I don't either. So Trolls are. Ow! Y'all be good.